All right. Microphone check. 1, 2. Eewee, eewee. I'm with an awesome individual who I did a name reading for. And this individual wanted to talk to me about the things that were said in the reading. So I'm going to leave the platform to you, man. And you just, if you want to let me know exactly what rang any bells or where you want to go with it and what was said.
So what rang bells for me was the fact you brought up the diet part. So I actually watched one of your videos maybe like 2 weeks ago, and for some reason it just rose like I just felt something in my spirit like I should definitely pay attention to what I was eating. Now I've always followed some sort of dietary law, like I read the Bible, and so I just follow God's word. So I haven't been eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster for like 2 years plus. But when you brought up the fact about the chicken and the beef, it just made me think. So I just went back to the word, and when I read, I'm pretty sure it's Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. At first, we were made to only eat herbs. That was our meat. So that just brought it to my attention. Like when we were closer to God, basically we were at like a God level, and if you want to get to a God level, then you're gonna have to cut out the meat basically. And it was like almost a revelation. And then one of my teachers, he was bringing up the fact that basically even when basically God permitted us to eat meat, it wasn't like you should be eating meat every day. It should be like maybe once a month, once every blue moon, because you have to think back then they weren't just hunting animals every day.
Right.
So that just rose a bell. I mean, even
Yeah.
now, like I haven't eaten any meat in like 2 weeks. I ate salmon the other day, but
Okay.
no chicken, no beef.
Well, this is actually awesome. So I'm going to keep this one simple because diet is very complicated. And a lot of people don't like to hear the truth about what we're eating. Okay.
Right.
So when you look at the term meat, it is also your team, TEAM. It's a mirror word for your team. Okay. So you got bull riders, you know what I mean? You got mechanical bulls. We use animals like, you know what I mean, in bars and stuff, rodeo, right? What does this mean? It's a Taurus or the Torah or the Bible. Zodiac, you get it. I'm going to keep it simple because I can see that you're really tapped into one specific point. See, for me, this is good for me because I'm very good at a bunch of details, but it can be a little bit intense. Even for my own body, like I'm badly injured. I have sprained ankles. I've torn everything as a dancer, and I'm always stretching, trying to fix it. And I've got bad scar tissue, and my body is calcified, turned into Medusa, and I'm able to do certain things, but I'm limited in one spot, my neck. One detail, the diet, one, not too many movements. So we'll go to the zodiac. It means the circle of little animals. And when we go to Job 38:31, it says, can you see Orion's belt? Are we overweight? Are we spilling over our belt of Orion, the hunter? Ironic. And can you see the Pleiades? Ladies, Venus. Pleiades relates to your Torah, your Taurus, your Bible. These people who do stuff like this all day, okay, the Illuminati, it's us too. The human can be reduced to the mark of the beast. Now, this is interesting. Beast is feast, festival, right? So it's not that it's all evil, but here's the thing. Because a lot of people think that 666 is this really intense bad thing. Well, first of all, it is the DNA, which you should probably know is 6 protons, electrons, and neutrons. And if you're eating your team, if you're eating the meat, right? I'm not judging you. It takes time. You are confusing your DNA. You are subconsciously bringing your vibration, right, down to 4 legs, 4-wheel drive. How many people you know will bang you in the head for the rims of their tire or their sneakers get scuffed, low octave? So eating your team, your symbols of your stars or your light or your illumination, right, slows down your ability or anyone's ability to grasp deeper concepts. Like a lot of my videos, they're intense because I sacrificed all of the flesh. I do anima flushing, you feel me? I fast all day. I don't do nothing but solar gaze, moon gaze, I go on the grass, my brother. I do all my fitness on the grass. Never mind a gym. Weights. Put your hands on the grass. Your cows are the real king of the jungle, or the giraffe or elephant. Why? They're a huge animal, ripped, or your gorilla, and they don't eat other animals. Your cows eat grass while you smoke the grass. Your lion, I'm not damning the lion, your Leo people, that's the sun worship. Again, that's the illuminated energy. Your Vatican Church that made your version of this Bible, that's Bible comes from papyrus, paper, Egyptian stories. It's paperback books. The Pope, the papacy, what your Vatican people discovered was all of these energies with animals, your symbols, your DNA, your 666. They saw a pattern in which if they made it a certain way, you would follow not the word, you would follow the leader and not yourself, the preacher. But the preacher didn't break down what an animal means. What is your meat? What is your team? What is the zodiac mean? None of them go to church. Not one person will tell you on Sunday, you have a solar plexus in your stomach. The sun, the day of the sun of the illuminated ones is you and me. Meat. Do you want to meet me at the market? You see what I'm going here?
Right.
I had an interesting rhyme. I'm a rapper. I said, you got beef? Let's meet. Simple, right? That's right. So now I'm gonna slow it down a little bit and let you get in here too. But very important to hear this because the lion eats other animals, right? So let's go to your Rothschild family. I'm not damning them anymore because the people are the problem. Your Rothschilds, the English, Jewish, not all Jews are evil, family that run our federal government, gave you your diet, your version of the Bible, right? Because any human can be brought down to a lower beast, mark of the beast. Go outside right now and look at all the trap music. I'm not damning hip hop, but look at your culture. Everyone has been reduced to impulse. They watch it on TV, so it has to be the truth. I'm going to protest George Floyd because it was on TV. We haven't met any of these people in real life. You have someone in your family right now who's struggling and suffering and needs to be protested for because they were lied to by who? Your leaders, your church people who did not tell you and me. We have a lunate moon bone. Taurus, the bull, is a moon exalting sign. When you eat that animal, in the Bhagavad Gita of India before your Bible, I believe this. If you eat or hurt them, even if you meant well, but you didn't know how to honor the animal, they will eat you in death. I believe that. And we come back here as what? Four-wheel driving, cell phone, you feel me? Impulse, because they didn't tell us about our light. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, that's deep.
It's an important way to explain. Even vegans get it wrong. I mean, I got love for everybody, but vegans, they go to extremes. Soy is not great for you. If it's not prepared right, soy will kill you. It will clog you up. And then what happens is it becomes a movement. It doesn't become an enlightenment. I'm not enlightening you, brother. You're killing animals and I'm better than you. And it's not about that because I'm telling you something right now. Vegans or anyone who thinks that they're better have been asleep a lot longer and eating meat than they were awake. You have to know how to teach the light. Make the animal look like something more than a fleshy thing. You're seeing an illusion when you see a giraffe. That's the sun and the moon and the stars dancing around and making a torus field. What is a sin? Well, a sin would be when you sign a contract. Okay. We all sell our souls. So it's not just your rappers and your actors. If you live in the corporate world where they sell flesh as protein and we sign contracts to work to then spend the money, the moon, Taurus and Venus, baby, You spend, see, they know what they're doing, dude. This Monopoly game is real. It's it's an inverted version of our actual truth. Even if you're going the wrong way, it's still a part of the truth. And look at how powerful it is. You got people dying in their 20s, suicidal, won't listen to you at all. They want to watch the TV or they want to get the fake orgasm. I understand. They have to have the material stuff. They can't hear you, man. Why not? You can hear me. We are the chosen then. It's true. There's only a handful of people. How many people in your Bible that were always either crucified or beaten? Not one or two. Jesus Christ, there's many. Moses, all of them got their asses challenged and whooped. It's always one or two, not 20,000 people were awake.
Right.
So it's not that you and I are better. We shouldn't have an ego, but we have a high octave and got to get serious because we have an ability to be a Christ. So I'll stop there and let you, if you wanted to speak some more on your reading or the diet or what I'm saying, or if you want to just flip it somewhere else.
Yeah, so I've been seeing like a lot of synchronicity over the past like couple months. I've been seeing 33 a lot, 77, 88, like everywhere. I've been seeing 33 a lot. Before it was 44, but now it's 33 like every day, like everywhere, on cars, when I go on Instagram, when I go on Facebook, like all the time.
I forget, was your number 33?
No, I don't think so. I think it was your number, actually. You took my email.
Yeah.
Your number, actually.
I do so many readings, I forget.
Right, yeah.
But I'll tell you, 33 right now is the 33 bones in your spine.
Okay.
And what age did Christ die at? But see, here's the thing, though. You have the 33rd parallel north geographically from Columbia, South Carolina. It runs all the way through China to Africa in America. It's called the 33rd parallel. Now, who's your 33rd degree? Not black belt, Freemasons. Your preacher, your leader.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Your stars will let other beings stand in place of them and teach the wrong way because they do not pick sides. Taurus does not know how to be like, you can't eat animals. Taurus will let you do that. Because on Earth, you and me are the higher octave and should know better. Woo!
Right, yeah. Like I said, like even this morning, I was like, yeah, I can eat it, but like I don't know. It's like my whole like just my brain changed. Like I don't want to eat it, especially not the cow.
Woo!
Like honestly, like if I see a cow, like I don't think like yo, I'm about to kill this cow. Like I don't think I could do that like on my own. Like it's kind of different because people they don't see like them killing the animals, so it's kind of easy just to pick up something from the supermarket and just bring it to your house and cook it and eat it. Or like if you see it in like Chipotle. It's easy just to put it on your burrito because you don't see what actually happened. You're not seeing the whole process. So you're almost like desensitized to like what is actually going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, keep looking up your number. Look up your number, and I'm going to say this about also the meat eating, because some people want to defend it. They say, oh, the Native Americans were eating meat, and if the Native Americans ate buffalo and all this stuff, then that's good enough for me. These people have to slow the hell down and do their research. If you look up the diet of Native Americans, the first thing you see are squash, beans, corn, and then the last thing you see is buffalo and some chicken shit. But the first line, and secondly, they hunted. They hunted physically, and they did rituals before they ate it. What do you see people today? They get it in plastic. They didn't talk to it. They didn't honor it at all. They didn't know anything about it. They'd, go to a store. There it is. Pull out of the plastic, blood everywhere. You put it in a damn pot now. And you're telling me that Native Americans, you can compare the process. No. No. And when they did, okay, they used the skin of the buffalo to keep warm and to make teepees. And of course, yes. But they honored the animal. It's called levels to karma. You have to say thank you. If an animal dies out of nowhere, what do you think your ancestors, any race, white people to Irish people, They were like, oh shoot, let's do a little ritual around this animal. Let's get some herbs and stuff. Let's do a dance. Let's do some music, and we'll take the skin and use the bones to make pottery, jewelry. You feel me? Wear it in honor, not like, yeah, look, my nigga, I got a chain on. You know, I got that protein. I'm getting all buff. We've gone backwards.
Yeah, so the numbers 357. You said the numbers 357 appeared for me.
Yes, the prime numbers of my birth name did appear in your numerology, but did it equal? What was the total that I gave you? I forget.
185, which equals 14 plus 5, which relates to Leo, Taurus, Aries.
But did I give you a sum, like just a? It has to be a sum of everything. Do you see anything in there?
Your birth name magically equals 91, which is the mirror number for your birth date, January 19th.
Ah, there we go. I got you now. So your number was 91 and you were born on the 19th, right?
Right.
That's important. So it's great that you're seeing 33, because that's also, I just told you that the Christ consciousness will appear in other ways. It will appear in numbers. It won't appear in this stuff. It'll pass through a body, through a number. At my store, brother, every day through receipts, the numbers you just said about 185, those numbers appear every day through receipts. What are the odds? So you're 91, right? Look for this one, because your 91 is your 10. Your 1 is the number of the sun. It's about children and animals, ironically. It's a baby on a horse. The horse is your Taurus. It's your lions. It's a symbol of all of them. What is horsepower? What do horses eat, my brother? There you go. Hey, they don't eat another animal. Who's the king of the jungle? Back to your Rothschild family, who run the Illuminati and your federal government. They have a lion on their family crest. Why do you think they have that there? Because in their mind, Leo, the lion, should be the ruler and not other symbols. No, but we got this. They're taking control, basically, with an animal that likes to be aggressive, as opposed to an animal that likes to eat from nature and not flesh. Your lions are still beautiful, but they're a different octave from a giraffe, a gorilla.
Right, exactly.
Lions are lazy as hell. But they're ripped. Your lions don't have to work out, but you and I do. So I'm not damning the lion, but the lion's lazy. Oh, I'm hungry now. Rah, the muscles come out. Guess that gazelle doesn't even eat the whole thing. And these people who get buffets, what are you doing? Even your lion will snack on it and let your cheetahs and your hyenas come and finish it.
Right. That's a good point too. Like, when I really think about it, that's the truth.
What is a buffet? Yeah, what's a buffet? You trying to get buff and protein? I am ripped beyond belief. I am like, everyone says, yo, Jay, you're ripped. You're ripped. I'm like, I just do handstands on the grass. I do good build. I do horse stance in martial arts, where I sit in a squat for 10 minutes a day or 5 minutes. I don't jog, just walk. And I'm absorbing, my brother, what your cows are eating, right? Your horsepower. Hence, it takes you back to your number 91 is 10 is 1, and the tarot is the sun on the horsepower. Now, your horsepower is your high priestess. It's a female. It's Venus, Virgo, and Cancer. Do you have any female issues? I had a mother that whooped my ass. She gave me horsepower and protein, brother.
Right. So, like, right now, me and my mom, we're kind of going back and forth just on, like, basically my path, because, like, I would say, like, 14, I basically got a message from God to, like, stay away from porn and masturbation.
Good.
So it was weird because, like I said, I was 14. I was in class, and when this teacher said something, I was like, this is weird, because I feel like he's just talking to me. And so basically, I was going through a lot of issues with basketball because I was a basketball player. I was getting like anxiety. I felt like almost like my skills were being taken away because of some reason, but I didn't know the reason why. And it's almost like I got a revelation. Okay, this is the reason why. But it was still weird to me that like other people they would indulge in this sort of stuff, but the same thing wasn't happening to them. So I went on like a crazy. So from 14 to now 25, I've just been like on a crazy, just I would say like a crazy uh just a crazy story, pretty much. Just my up and downs with basketball because I've always like worked hard. I've always been the best, honestly. But it's like almost like I could never show it. You know, I mean, just now, I just accepted the fact like, yo, I can't do this, and so like I just left it alone. Like a couple weeks ago, I totaled my car, and it actually just made me sit down, you know, and that's where I ended up looking up Santos Bonacci and ended up looking at you, you know, because the reason I was sitting down, like before I was just like hell bent on like this pretty much just getting money because like with the basketball thing, that was like my main purpose, and it's just crazy that how everything transpired, and like a lot of people they just didn't understand what I was going through. I even tell my mom like basically it just takes time. Like the main reason like I'm in the position I am today because I just didn't listen to God on like being bent on just like not being involved with porn and masturbation. Like it wasn't even like I was doing it every day, but like if say I'm on a 6-month streak, if I do it once, it's gonna set me back. It's almost like my skills would be taken away. You know, so I was just on like a crazy, just like crazy cycle of just trying to get out of it, you know, and finally I am out of it, but it's just like, what am I going to do now? It's like almost like I lost my time.
Where are you from, brother?
I'm from Philadelphia, but I live in Jersey.
Jersey, stand up. I dance for Dance Theater of Harlem.
Oh, so that's crazy. So my grandfather, he's from Harlem.
Nice.
We were actually like my great grandmother. She's from Jamaica, and she moved into Harlem like the early 1900s. And
Yeah.
still, my uncle now it's called Esplanade Gardens. It's on 145th and Lennox. They were like the first tenants in that building. We still have that the same apartment to this day.
So now you just opened up a very interesting conversation about slavery and the stereotypes of black people only being slaves from Africa with chains on and not progressing in the natural world. Your grandma from Jamaica, man? Okay. I guarantee you, a lot of them came with no chains on, right? And they had the Harlem Renaissance. Okay. You also had it in Boston, everywhere. New Bedford, for example. My grandfather was Cape Verdean from the islands, Cape Verde. And they actually created the whole fishing business with no slavery. People of color now with kind of straight hair. Okay. They created their own businesses way before 1900s. But if you look at our history, right, you'll see us, you know, being hung, right, in like in the early 19s, the Klan and stuff like that. But your grandma came down, right, and was creating what? A reality, an economy for her family, maybe?
Right.
It's called,
My
yeah.
was, Louisiana Creole, so he came from Louisiana.
What is this Africans? See, people get like, I've got love for Africa. I'm not saying I was not there. I don't know what the hell happened with Columbus. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you go to any black family right now, it'd be really hard to trace an African slave trade in the bloodline. A lot of folks can't find them. They're like, okay, my DNA, I'm half this, but can you find a slave, like an African slave, in your bloodline? So do you see where I'm going here with that?
Right, yeah.
We have to rethink. I'm not saying to completely say it never happened. We have to look at all the successful people of color, even the Italian immigrants, Staten Island, Polish people, okay? You're Irish. They were also slaves, okay? They were successful. Making what? Making incredible things out of goddamn potatoes and peanuts and nuts and Washington Carver, speaking to plants and stuff and watching them grow from talking to them. I've done this with my plants. They've died. I did the Hare Krishna chant and they grew into new plants, brother. We need a new way of thinking.
Right, definitely.
A new way of seeing ourselves. We are not this history that was given to us by a corporate society. You're black, you're white, you 400 years in a mule in an acres. Shh. What is the mule? Watch this. The mule is your donkey or Don Quixote. No, it is the four-legged Taurus bull. It's another version of a Torah. You see where I'm going here?
Yeah, I see the connection.
Even that is astrology. The 40 acres and a mule, acres, maybe Aries, wordplay. These rappers today with slang, come on, man. So someone does not want us to know that, and look at how powerful it is for folks to struggle. Now, I will say this. I also have a lustful problem. I'm a Venus, and porn and masturbation has been an issue with me. But I will say this. Masturbation itself is not bad. In Hinduism, it's one of the 5 principles. It is how we do it. It's how that are we containing our seed? Are we doing it and holding it and learning tantra and squeezing our muscles and not ejaculating? That's really hard to do, but that's the whole point of having sex, is to contain yourself. You can do it and have different kinds of orgasms. As Santos has said, he's actually experienced this where he's had sex, didn't ejaculate, and when he felt the urge, he could breathe and bring it to his head. I'm having a hard time consistently finding it because I got a lot of injuries and shit, but I've come close, so it just takes practice. So I would not say stop masturbating or being sexual. Just rethink how you bust the nut. It's training. It's like exercise. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. With me, like I would just like focus on like actually just doing that with like a partner. With me.
Even better. I mean, yeah, that's great. So if you save that's wonderful. If you save yourself for a partner, it's still important to know how to contain yourself because you'll get excited. Because if you don't do it for a while, think of how much energy you have in there, and it's gonna want to the minute you go into a goddess or however, if we're gay or straight, it doesn't matter. When you get in there, you're gonna want to bust. So you have to still have an understanding how to breathe. Basically, this is what I understand from Santos. Your anus muscle is where the orgasm for a man is. The G-spot, this homophobia stuff has to stop. The G-spot for a man, even for a woman, is in the anus. So what's the Anunnaki? Watch me cook. And who are the colonists? Colon. Your colon cancer? How did they get your damn ancestors to follow a white Christ? I'm not damning the white Christ, but they had their own version, brother. They got in their holes. So they gave him the what? They gave him the truth, right? So your colon is a muscle. You can squeeze when you go to the bathroom, when you have to pee, right. The muscle you use to hold the urine is coming from your anus, your colonist, and that's training you how to not ejaculate. If you can hold your urine for a while, then you can hold your semen. It's not easy though, but it's possible. So I would recommend you look into that, tantric sex. I'm trying, but you know what, dude, like you, I'm taking a break, man. It's too hard for me. I'm like, I'm very passionate. It's like the minute I try, I'm like, oh shit. So, and here's one more thing I want to encourage for anyone watching this who feels guilty and shame. If you do struggle with lust and you ejaculate, there are other ways to remedy this. Drink your morning urine. My hair grew back when I drank mine. Urine means morning star in etymology, like your Christ in your Bible. Your phosphorus means this. Your urine is an elixir, and it's been damned. You can also put your fluids, your seminal fluids, you can put it in the urine. Sperm has calcium, vitamin C, silica. It has at least 20 minerals in it. And so think about it. Put it in a shake. Don't even think about it. It's not gross. If we eat fast food, brother, which is killing us anyways, you won't drink your own minerals? Your minerals. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's deep, but you would have to make sure your diet is on point, like not eating meat and stuff of that nature.
Yes, but you still can benefit. I asked a urine therapist this question. She's like a master urine therapist, okay? She goes and helps people with their stuff. All urine is useful, she tells me. Her name is Rosalind Hanson. All urine is useful, and you can still partake in this. It's just that it becomes more potent and more healing when you do change your diet. But you can still benefit from your morning urine, even if you're kind of off and reckless. Yes, your body will forgive you. Your body wants to live, dude. It wants to live. If we're supposed to be depressed and confused, we would never even have passed 1 month as a baby. We would have died. You were given vaccines, bro. You were given measles and mumps and me too, and sodium fluoride and lead and cadmium. Your whole life fried this. You should be dead. I should be dead. Your body wants to live. We got to move on from this judgment stuff. Look for your 91. Look for 91, your number, or the number 10. Just look for that too. Yeah, 9 and 1 is 10 as well, or the number 1, which is very simple. 1 is everywhere. When you were playing basketball, did you want to win? Oh, I won. When you were playing sports, the most important thing is I won, yo.
Right, exactly.
Not 2, right. You didn't come in second.
Sure.
That's the whole goal. So sports is life. We're playing basketball with our souls, bro. We're on a court called Earth, dude.
Right.
It's deep shit.
Deep. Yeah, that's definitely deep.
All right, man. I'm gonna stop recording. I still want to talk to you, but is there anything else you wanted to say about the reading, or is there a message you want to let anyone know that might be watching this who's struggling?
I would just say, definitely follow your spirit. So, like, basically, like I said, I would say about like for December to, so I want to say like about February, I was just on a money mission. You know, I was really trying to get out of my situation. So I was basically getting into all types of stuff, trying to scam, trying to do all this other stuff. So basically, but I was smoking like every day. So basically, I was dumbing down my feelings every day. So basically, I was like 185 maybe. I want to say around like February the 1st, and I dropped down to like 160 because I was just so hell bent.
I have to pause. You just said you weighed 185. That is my name in Pythagoras, bro. Crack. Crack. Hare Krishna Shiva Boom Om Jai Chi. And your name again?
Jeff Thompson.
Jeff Thompson. Wow, what a great place to end on.
Right.
All right, my dude. I'm going to just stop this now. Wow.